Good evening, Obi. No. Only one Kenobi here. Welcome to another episode of The Wretched Hive. The reason I'm calling this episode, or doing another episode of The Wretched Hive, is because I've got so much to talk to you about today. I'm marking my 50th video with the arrival of this figure here, which now means that I own every character now in the vintage collection from VC01 to VC115. Now I can't hand on heart say to you that I have every figure available, because I don't have any of the Lost line. I don't have every single variant, although I do have lots of Revenge and foil variants. I don't have absolutely everything. But now this has arrived, I do have all the characters. So the previous video of Lumat was the penultimate, I think I said. Lumat was all I needed. And then this guy, of which I do like the card, I do like the figure. I just didn't prefer him to the other Weequay, that was all. So he wasn't a priority. Plus the price was so high, I never really found him at auction or saw him at a decent buy at price. I never got him. Same with Lumat, he goes for a lot of money. In fact, Logan, if you're watching, hello Logan, you said that you saw Lumat recently for a massive amount of money. So some figures you just don't get, do you really? But anyway, I have it now. I have you now. Anyway, moving on, I want to show you a few other items now. There was a guy who was selling a load of stuff last weekend on eBay. The week before that, he listed it all, and I literally watched every item that he listed. And he had hundreds? That's a slight exaggeration. He had at least 100 things listed. And I watched them all. Obviously, I didn't need to necessarily buy anything because, number one, well, all his stuff was punched, by the way, but I have everything here. So I had my eye on a few variants, and yes, you just got a sneaky preview. This Anakin Skywalker I won. I have the Darth Vader variant of this VC13, which I do believe to be better, because by this point in the movie, he was Darth Vader, not Anakin Skywalker anymore. That name no longer meant anything to him. But this is a card variant that I fancy getting, plus it had the Boba Fett sticker on. I do quite like getting those every now and again as well. That's quite nice. Speaking of variants with a sticker on, I won this as well. Now, this cost a lot of money. Not long ago, I won this on eBay for only £18, including postage, and the guy is unpunched. However, look at the card there, you see. It's Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight outfit, but it's the trilingual thing. See, it's got it in 3 different languages on the front there. And I don't like those as much as these ones here. This is what I call the pure card, where you get just the name and then maybe a subtitle in brackets. But this was punched, and it cost me twice the amount of the other thing there that you just saw there. So it's to give you an idea of what it cost me. But I just wanted it, and it was something I needed. And this thing here went for as much money as the fella was also selling a Grievous, and he sold a few other things. He was sold an Ahsoka, and he sold a Rebel Commando, Old Republic Commando, and they went for silly money, like nearly £100 or so. I can't remember now, but lots of money. So this didn't cost quite that much, but still, it was one of his highest selling items, I'd say, highest in price. So I got that, which was quite nice. What else have I won? Let's talk about 2 items here that obviously nobody else was interested in, that I won straight out. I know for a fact that I would have bumped up his price on a few items, bumped up the prices, because I was watching everything and I just put a few snifters on there to try and get a bargain. But anyway, these things here I won straight out for $14.99, which was the starting price he listed for all his items. And it's Kithiba with the red bandana. Now, I already have a Kithiba with the brown bandana, and I have him unpunched. But I thought I'd win this to keep it as a variant, to have both the red and the brown. But he's punched. The cards do look exactly the same. The only thing that's different is the figure inside. Manny, if you're watching this and you're watching still at this point now, can you please let me know what the value is of these guys now? Is it a rarity that I should keep hold of and keep it as a variant? Or should I just open the thing? Because it strikes me on eBay when I was looking around that the price of these guys is probably less than the one with the brownie, greeny bandana. So let me know what you think. Because if it's a bargain that I've got for $14.99 and it's not worth anything, then I'm just going to open it, because I could do with having him loose. It'd be quite nice, that. The other thing I got as well, which was this guy, and it is Colonel Kraken. As you might remember, I did win a Colonel Kraken unpunched not long ago for a really low price, but I won this guy as well, and I'm glad I've won him, because I'd be quite happy to open him up and put him inside my Legacy Collection Falcon, because, you know, the gun turret, he would fit quite nicely in the gun turret. But having said that, the figure's quite nice. So he would be lovely loose, but considering I've got nowhere to put all my loose figures at the minute, the only things on display are the wall stuff here. I have everything in plastic boxes, but he would be quite nice maybe inside the gun turret, although you wouldn't be doing any justice, and you wouldn't be able to see him, would you? You'd be just lying on his back looking at it. So, I don't know. Either way, I might open him up and have a look at him. It'd be quite nice. The other two things I've got this week, which were really, really important to me, were upgrades. Like I've said probably about 10 times this video, I own all the vintage collection, but as a collector now, I'm refining, I'm improving what I've already got. And this was a really important thing for me to get, because I finally got, although I've already owned him before. Have I got the right one? I'm showing you the wrong one there. This is the one I've got now. This is VC44, Luke Dagobah Landing. I saw him go last week for a lot more than I won this one for last week. Now, the reason I wanted this is because the one I already have, you might not tell, but the guy who sent it me damaged it in the post. A very irresponsible seller on eBay. I don't mind saying that, because he's done it twice to me. The other thing that he sent me that got crushed was this about 6 months ago, and it got so badly damaged I had to send the whole thing back, and I got a refund. Yeah, but what a silly thing to do. Stupid, if you don't mind me saying. But anyway, this guy here also got damaged. Can you see it? And it just bugged me, because when I display it, I knew it was there. So I wanted to get rid of it, you know, and get a proper one. And I do finally have a proper one now, and there's no damage on this, and it's nice and unpunched, as this is very nicely unpunched as well, but this is unpunched with no bubble damage. So I'm really pleased to finally have that. And also, as Manny was also picking up on recently, this is the pure blue lightsaber as well. This is that kind of, I don't like that lightsaber. It's very, very washed out, isn't it? So that's a nicer lightsaber as well. So everyone's a winner, Rodney. And finally, speaking of refining, this is my old Ahsoka Tano. In fact, I did a video on this Ahsoka Tano. Along the lines, it was on the subject of what is punched and what is unpunched. Now, I've never pushed this hanger hole out myself, but I just know the bottom of my heart that somebody once has, because look at it, you can tell. It's crinkled, it's creased, and someone has obviously replaced it. But I got that for a decent price about a year ago, but now I have a most definite case fresh Ahsoka Tano, or just Ahsoka as she's known on the card there, which I'm really pleased to have this, because my other two Clone Wars cardback figures, my Anakin and my Obi-Wan, are really lovely condition. So now I can have her to match them. Again, you know, you can't really tell when it's in a star case. They look great, you know, they look fine. No one's going to notice. But obviously it's a personal thing, isn't it? It's a personal preference. I know myself now that all my figures are minty fresh in that factory category. That's all I really wanted to show you, except for one final thing here. I did a video not long ago on Colonel Wolf Yularen. I do believe he would make a lovely vintage card back, because he's quite a significant Imperial commander kind of figure. But unfortunately, I really wish I'd had this for that video, because I could have shown it to you and included it, but it doesn't matter. I did show you a photograph of Admiral Wolf Yularen in the Clone Wars, but I actually won this as well last week, and very fast postage. But that's the Clone Wars figure, very well, lovely super articulation, as were all the Clone Wars figures, and he will look very nice. He'll be going into a box shortly, but anyway, he will look eventually very nice along with my other Clone Wars loose figures. So I thought I'd show you that as well. So it's been quite a busy time. It's been a bit of a hive, a wretched hive, should we say, of activity. This has been Only One Kenobi, Only One, out.